Big Mom's house. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah.
Welcome back to Big Mama's house, y'all. Mama and Papa here with you today to talk about Welcome to Plathville, Season 5, Episode 10.
Hello, y'all.
Hello, hello. Um, First of all, I just want to say you guys are awesome. Thank you all for listening, for your comments, for your likes, and if you're subscribing, thank you
Thank you.
so much. And we do really appreciate each and every one of you. But just so you guys know, the Sister Wives fans are kicking y'all's asses. They have I don't know, like 5, 6, 7, 10 times the comments.
Yeah.
More of the subscribers are Sister Wives. So come on, guys. I know we have our loyalties and we have our pride. So let's have some pride here in Plathville and start revving up you gotta get in the contest, guys.
Tell your friends, your family who all like Plathville to come on here and subscribe, listen to our podcast episodes.
Totally. I mean, if you are in any groups on Facebook or Instagram or
Facebook.
wherever, Twitter, YouTube, if you are groups, and you think that they would like our podcast or whatever, feel free to share us.
And if
We'll
not, just
appreciate that.
share us anyway, and they can give us a try, and they can judge for themselves.
Exactly. I mean, I know we're not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. We're not real smooth and professional.
No.
We're trying to work out the video thing. We're trying to maybe go, actual live with these or record them as us so that you guys, we'd have more of an interaction with you guys. We are working on that. So,
and we're doing it from, our house. We don't have a studio.
Yeah, no, I'll post a picture of our big studio where I do all the podcast magic. It's really professional. I can't wait for you to see it.
It's just Mama, Papa, and a golden microphone.
That's right. I love my microphone.
Yeah.
It's very like retro, and I love it. It's like imagine like WKRP in Cincinnati.
Well, that's a radio station. Yeah, that's what the microphone is.
And it's like one that has the big stand, and you can like rotate it on the arm, and it has a gold, you said microphone, and I love it.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to you always get me off track.
I was just telling them.
I know, it's just because you're awesome, and we just get going on our flow and forget that we're on a show and not just you and me chatting.
Exactly.
But yeah, you guys, I mean, we love you guys. We appreciate you. We're not trying to put anybody off. This is all in fun, but if you want to, show Plathville pride, step it up, especially you ladies. And if you guys are out there, and I know we have some dudes who listen, we want to hear your opinion too. If you're confused, if you have especially the guy point of view, that's why we're like doing this one with Papa.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this is more of like the women's type of show. And to get
it's on a women's channel.
Yeah, and to get a guy involved, get his position on some of this has been really it really gave, again, I never considered that other perspective.
Yeah.
So it really opens up my opinion on things too. So,
and we got Team Kim, Team Olivia. Yeah. All right, I want to hear everybody what team you are on and why also. So we can bring that up too.
I have many thoughts about that. So if anybody, we could do a whole, once we are able to go, live or whatever, if any of you guys would want to do a live with us, let me know if it's even worth the effort of doing a live. But we do want to eventually actually record with our faces.
Yeah. Video.
But, let us know what your opinions are. We could do a whole live debate on, why we think the way we do, But anyway.
Back to the show.
Yeah, just so you know, this and Sister Wives, I cannot watch without eating popcorn. There's something about the drama.
Well, at least it's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, it's light butter popcorn. It's not like
you're eating 2 or 3 bowls of ice cream while you're watching it.
Right. No, I have to have the popcorn though, and it's like a subconscious thing now that when you see drama unfolding, you just want to eat the popcorn and watch, and of course that's why we watch these shows.
And you take notes at the same time. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you eat popcorn and take notes at the same time.
I'm multi-talented.
That sounds it.
I grew a third arm when you're not around.
Or like when these shows are on, you throw, grow a third arm, then it goes away after they're over.
Right? It's like the excitement is like, boop, I'll hold the popcorn for you.
Or maybe Molly and Marask will help you. Who knows?
I'll never tell.
That's right.
And just for perspective's sake, I believe this episode was filmed a little bit of time after the last one, I think.
Okay, well, hope so.
Because like the last one, it was like right after like Christmas. Remember,
Yeah.
they're sitting outside and talking on his truck, and it's cold, and there's
Yeah.
like Christmas decorations. And now it's like it still looks like it's chilly, but it's a little bit warmer, like maybe more spring.
Well, plus they're also in Georgia here too, where Minnesota is still snow.
True.
They're also in Georgia in this episode.
But I'm still thinking like February or March. I mean, it doesn't look like it's still snow outside.
Well, it looks like they still had like a wreath on the door when
But that could
Ethan
just be
went.
a winter wreath, not necessarily a Christmas
I
wreath.
don't know. I don't know too many winter wreaths.
Are you serious?
I'm serious right now.
See, here's the thing. If I had the money and my way to do it, I would have a wreath for every season and every holiday. That's just me. I would make them. You know me, I make my
Then
own.
you could take pictures of them and put them on a podcast.
Exactly. But if I had the money, I would totally have a wreath for every. You have one for January in the winter. You have one for February for Valentine's. You have one in March for St. Patrick's Day. April is Easter. May is Mother's Day. June is Father's Day. July is 4th of July. September is Memorial
But
Day.
August.
August. I forgot about
There's
that.
nothing in August.
That's when you have like a summer wreath.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You know?
Summer wreath, yeah.
Yeah, and then September you have Memorial Day, plus you can start looking at the fall stuff. October is Halloween, of course, and then on and on. Yeah, I would have one for Christmas, New Year's, and then the winter one, because I am a wreath person and I would really like to have one, but I don't. But anyway, I'm so sorry,
We
you
should
guys.
get real back to the show.
Yeah, I am
Make
so
a
sorry.
task
The
at
point is that I think this is a little bit of time has elapsed since last episode, in my opinion.
And if you were still with us, here we go.
Sorry, y'all. I got ADD. I can't help it. So when the show opens, we're with Ethan and he's driving to Georgia.
Yeah.
To work on his car or get his cars, I guess. And it's the first time he's been back to Georgia since they moved to Minnesota.
And Olivia is not with them.
Yeah, and we all know that didn't fly well. Okay, he was in the wrong for not telling her the truth right away. However,
he's always in the wrong for not communicating, in my opinion.
I also know, and
He needs to
she
communicate.
knows by now, that if something happens when they're not together, he is not going to deliver bad news over the phone. It's just, he didn't even tell her about his own parents' divorce over the phone. Because he's an in-person type of person. That's how he is able to communicate. He finds phones very disconnected, very impersonal. He would rather talk to you face to face, look you in the eyes, and have a personal conversation.
I
don't know if that's a bad thing. I really don't.
I just think he doesn't want to tell her. I think he's one of those Neanderthal men from back in the day that just doesn't want to communicate with his wife, in my opinion.
Partly I do, because we all know that Barry is very misogynistic.
Yep. And
he
Barry's
has
also
paired that. He's spawned that off on his sons now.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not Micah.
No, he doesn't. Now that he's out in the world, I don't think he's that way.
Or Isaac.
I think when he was just that little farm boy who'd never really had a girlfriend, even, I think he absolutely would have been more.
I think Ethan is more like Barry.
Yeah, exactly. He's almost like a little replica of Barry, but with blonde hair. It's creepy.
Creepy blonde hair.
No, it's not the blonde hair. It's just the way. I don't know. There are so many things to talk about this family. There's so many things that you could talk about with this family that you can't put into like the episode podcast. We need to like have a whole episode talking about the different weird shit in this family that's not even to do with an episode. That's what we need to do.
True. What's next on the episode?
Okay, sorry. Mariah blocked him again after his reply to her heartfelt text in the last episode. And he said, "Thanks, what are you forgiving me for?" And we all know that would have hit me like a ton of fucking bricks and I'd have flipped the fuck out. Absolutely.
Well, I think, on the other hand, I think he's clueless.
But she doesn't flip out. She doesn't get loud.
No, but I think
Ethan is the only one who gets loud now. Do you notice that? How they always be so quiet and like even toned? But he has been like yelling at Mariah.
But I think Ethan, right, has no clue what he did.
Oh no, none. He only sees.
He really, when he asked her, "What did I do?" He really means it. He doesn't know
and
what he
that's
did.
what is infuriating. That is
Yep.
like, oh my God, are you serious, dude?
Yep.
And then I would be screaming. And I have a few red buttons. Ooh, that would be one. Um, and so Ethan is at home with Micah, and he gets to see his three little girls, and they just get to hang out and chat.
Chat a little while.
Amber is 13, and did you think that she wore like way too much makeup?
You shouldn't be wearing any makeup at 13.
No, but in that scene,
Yes.
she had on like the blue eyeshadow and real bright lipstick and the crazy blush. She looked like a clown.
It's like
And I'm like,
Olivia.
okay, if you're gonna wear makeup, someone needs to teach you how.
But it's like Olivia just turned this family crazy.
Well, we'll get to that.
No, I'm talking about everything that they stood for is not existent anymore. Like berries.
We're gonna get to that.
I just don't. Okay, fine, whatever.
But that's a whole nother podcast right there.
You know, like,
And then with Ethan's suggestion, they go in the other room and Ethan and Micah play guitars and Micah sings a little bit and
which again I find kind of weird.
well, not really when you consider their childhood.
See, but
They
I don't
grew
think,
up. They all had to learn an instrument. They all took voice lessons.
I don't
They
think
traveled as a family professionally for
I don't
years.
think they're very musically inclined, though. Is what I'm saying. They're all just a bunch of tone deaf people playing guitars and mumbling. We're trying to sing. That's my opinion. I'm not impressed with their musical talents.
Understood. And you know what?
I mean, nothing. I'm not meaning anything bad by it.
Music taste is completely subjective.
Exactly.
I might absolutely love it, might be my favorite, and I might have like a secret,
Yep.
obsession about it. And you may hate it, and that's okay too.
And same thing when I sing karaoke. There's lots of people. Well, no, there's a few people don't like me, but there's lots of people who do like me.
Yeah.
But there's a few that don't.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's not you're there for you to have fun.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as like the Lydia singing, I wasn't impressed with that. Not impressed with Ethan. And Lydia's like, Ethan has such a good voice. I don't see this. I'm watching the show and I was like, what voice are you talking of?
Well, really, the only music they ever heard was their own. You know what I mean? And so of course they think each other is a good singer.
They need some Tay Tay in her life.
Oh, some what?
Tay Tay. Taylor Swift.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Tay Tay.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, Kay.
Then we were with Olivia, and she says that she's finishing bartending school. What the hell happened to her really successful photography business?
You haven't heard nothing about. I think that was just an excuse for her to get away from Ethan. And travel.
And she says that she still does a lot of traveling for that. And why does she want to be a bartender now? Is it because Mariah's a bartender now?
Maybe. I didn't think about that.
And she was hanging out with her friend Maja. Or is it Maya?
I don't know. I forget the name.
Maija. I don't want to be rude and say it incorrectly.
Her friend.
Yeah. And they were talking about divorce versus marriage vows. And Olivia says that wedding vows are just words. That's because I've said it again and again and again, y'all. She never loved Ethan.
Nope.
He was her ticket out of her father's house. It was a business transaction. That was it. Okay, but she was willing in the day to, be with him because they had fun. They got along. They had some chemistry.
Yeah.
She could deal with it, because she did take it seriously when she took her vows. Ethan took his vows seriously because he is in love with his wife.
I think he still takes them seriously.
He does.
Yes, Ethan does. Yes.
But she never did.
Olivia does not. Yeah, exactly. You and I will agree on that.
When you are married to a person that
again,
you are truly in love with, your vows have deep meaning.
But then again, Kim didn't go by her vows either.
And you know what? That was okay because she had asked for many years for that emotional closeness that you and I have.
Mm-hmm.
They were literally just roommates with benefits.
Yeah.
And he just got to come and go as he pleased with no real work in the
I'm
house.
not sure there was many benefits either.
I'm talking about all the sex.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they had 10 babies.
Well, true. But after that was done.
You think they only did it to procreate? Come on.
Maybe.
And then Olivia says that Ethan wants kids, but not with her because of her
Does she know
her
this
basically
for a
her
fact?
liberal views.
Does she know this for a
Yes,
fact?
he told her straight to her face that
In an episode?
I think yeah,
I must have missed that part.
yeah.
Must have missed that part of an episode.
Yeah, like basically he said that he would not want his children to have her values.
And I really want to know what his. I mean, if she's a liberal, that's fine. You know, I mean, I want to know what his values are,
They're not gonna they're not stupid enough to talk religion and what they
or
really or
politics,
what they specifically believe.
or
Exactly.
politics. Yeah.
Because now we know that Lydia's brother is a complete bigot.
Yes.
And so we don't ever want to support him in any way ever.
Yeah.
Um,
So I mean, if Olivia is like a liberal, you know, I mean, and she's not going to be a bigot, in my opinion, right? And her and her brother have two totally different beliefs, also.
possibly.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't see Olivia. I mean, I don't care what she, you know, what she, where she stands in anything.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, the way she's been treating Ethan and the Plath family is what I don't like.
Exactly. Totally agree.
I mean, with her, I could probably, the three of us could probably agree on some stuff, but I don't agree with the way she's
And
doing.
here's the thing. I think that anyone would probably be lucky to be her friend.
Yeah.
I think when she literally, like, clearly and sincerely likes you, she's good to you,
Yeah.
you know? And she's more than happy to, like, make herself an essential part of your life. So then we're back with Ethan and Barry, and they're talking about Ethan's move, his new job. He's loading trucks, evidently. So and he likes it. Barry said that he um will reconcile with Olivia.
See, I'm not a big Barry fan this episode.
And he said, quote, they can be nice, pleasant, superficial. And that describes Barry to a motherfucking T. He is nice, pleasant, superficial to everyone in his life because
Yep.
I don't think he really feels much emotion, at least before. Now he quote shows it for the show,
Yeah.
but like before, like the first 25 years of their marriage,
He never showed it.
not to his children much either.
Or to Kim.
You know,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm just like, it's crazy. And so Ethan said that he would never move back to a big city and he would be happy to stay in Minnesota instead of moving again. And we all know
That is not, yeah, Olivia's, yeah.
that she has
That's a deal breaker for Olivia.
yeah, no, she's like, we got another move. You promised me 3 in 3 years. We're getting the fuck out of Minnesota.
Well,
And
you know
she's
what?
going to want to go back to a city. And he just said, I'm never moving back to a big city.
But here's the thing now. Did they say they have to move to another state or anything? Or they could just move to another side of Minnesota?
I think they wanted to try like different climates,
Oh, okay.
that kind of thing. Ethan said that Barry forgives easily and wants a relationship with all his kids.
I don't think he forgives.
Yeah, I think he's just like,
He just doesn't give a shit.
yeah.
I mean, what happened with Barry and Ethan? I don't think
Barry
gives a
played
shit anymore.
super fucking nice on the show.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, he's a dick.
So you think he's Mike Brady in front of the camera and
Absolutely.
and like the actor's name, I forget his name, behind the camera, because there's two different people basically.
Yeah, because on screen he's like, yeah, I'll move out so that Kim can be here with the kids, and yeah, I'll move the rental down the road. And they talked about it with the kids on the show. As soon as the season ended, he's like, I'm not fucking going anywhere.
Yeah. Yep.
He's
As
like,
soon as
you
the
move.
cameras are off, I might have been the same day. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm just like, oh, I see you now, Barry. I see you. Okay, playing games, trying to look like, again, he's been campaigning for hearts and minds with all the sympathy shit. He's not stupid. You know, he knows how to like get sympathy and twist the storyline a little bit his way.
I think he causes a rift. I think he's caused a rift between Lydia and Kim.
Yes. And I think he was part of the original issue between Kim and Olivia.
Yeah. Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of that was his shit that she did.
And
And
Ethan
she stood
yeah.
there and said nothing. Except to like, try to explain a little bit better. But he was the one saying all the rude, hateful shit that Olivia was always pissed about.
And Ethan and Kim too. I think he's the big
Yes.
instigator in that one too.
That's 100%. And then right after that, he says all this nice stuff about his dad. He turns around and calls his mom Kim.
Oh yeah, I know. I heard about it. Yeah.
And I was like, Oh, you did not.
It's like, I thought you guys were nice. I thought you guys were good when they're floating down the
Because
creek.
they assume, I guess, that being separated and supposedly getting divorced over a year
Yep.
isn't long enough to start dating.
Especially, well, Isaac has no issues.
The younger kids don't. It's the older kids
It's just, I believe
because
it's just.
they want their parents back together.
I don't think Mariah has an issue. I don't think.
She
I don't
said
think.
straight up last episode that she didn't like it.
Well, yeah, but I think she'll be fine. I mean, she'll be happy for her mom.
Lydia is not.
Well, I'm saying Mariah's gonna be happy for her mom.
Yeah.
Mike is gonna be happy for his
Mhm.
mom. So when you say the older kids, it's just Ethan, because and I think
And Lydia.
well, she's
Lydia is not
I mean,
happy.
no. I mean, she's one of the younger older kids, is what I'm saying. I
Lydia
count
always
Mariah,
wanted to be a daddy's girl.
and there she
And now
is. Yep.
she's got her way in to be his little sympathy puppet.
Yep.
So she's playing daddy's girl for now. So it's Lydia and Ethan who are hating on her. But then Barry says the word superficial again about his conversations with Kim, like when like they meet to like trade the kids or whatever,
Yeah.
and he says we keep it very superficial, and I'm like, dude, you are okay. When people tell you who they are,
Yeah.
you need the list, and Barry has been telling us who he is this whole season.
Yeah.
And
Well, we've been part of last season.
yes, yeah, very good point, very good point. And then Barry says that he and Isaac will be visiting Micah in LA, and they want Ethan to go.
Yeah, the only thing that's missing is you, Ethan.
Yeah, and he wants to go only really because he thinks his dad really wants him to go.
And I really do think Barry does want Ethan to go.
I think the producers want Ethan to go.
Well, to cause a rift between Ethan and Olivia again? Or still?
Well, and also to have all
Yeah.
the boys together in one episode.
Well, then don't have Isaac. But you mean like the older?
No, Isaac is going with
Isaac?
Barry.
Oh, okay. So they have like a.
All the boys, yeah. And of course they're gonna want Ethan there for that,
Yeah.
those moments. So they're like, Barry, you need to get Ethan on board with this.
Plus, they have like less on. The TLC can be in one spot
With
LA.
half and one half with the other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
instead of all.
But he knows that Olivia is not gonna like it.
He doesn't care. I mean, he does, but he's gonna do it anyway. I think he's gonna go with him.
That is the part of Ethan that of everything, that's the one thing I think he's bad with. I disagree with it, and I think he really needs to it's the oldest kid syndrome. Everyone's always looked up to him. He's had the hero worship. They do what he wants because, he's the oldest,
Yeah.
And so and always getting his way because he's the oldest, And whenever his wife doesn't agree with him, because he kind of sees himself as the man of the house, as he was taught to.
Yeah.
The
Neanderthal olden days.
So he still thinks that he's going to be able to do what he wants and get away with it because, that's the way it's always been for Ethan.
Yeah.
He's always been the golden boy.
And technically, I think he still is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's why I think he has that complete lack of even anyone thinking he needs to answer it into someone else.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, the brain fog just literally kicked in a few minutes ago. That's why that little pause happened. My brain just decided that it was going to shut down in the middle of our podcast. I apologize. So bear with me, okay?
We revived it.
I'm working on it, guys. And then we have Mariah and Lydia at Mariah's apartment, and Blackjack is in training again. Here's my theory.
I don't even think she has blackjack anymore.
I think just has to go like to the kennel whenever they have filming there because he's a puppy and gets in the way of the cameras and the lights and there's like the little
Could be
cords everywhere.
Make an excuse that he's.
Yeah, so I think he's really just at a kennel so they can actually film without him being blah, 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 puppy.
I think that would be pretty cool to have a dog lick the camera.
Right, that's you and me though.
Yeah.
It'd be like you would have a dog lick. Well, I'm not going to say anywhere, but
Like a camera lick.
it's cute.
Yeah.
No, he's like, I want to be part of the show. But then they sing a gospel song together, or talk about when they used to sing in the
Again,
family
yeah,
band came up,
I already gave my opinion.
and then they chat about again the family and their when they toured, and they talked about that. And Lydia points out that they both have individual music careers now. She just happens to mention it for the camera that they both have individual music careers now.
I never heard of Lydia anywhere.
I looked okay because I have them. I follow them on Instagram. I think we do the
Yeah,
podcast.
yes. Mhm.
And I saw a part of her music, and it's gospel music. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's not gonna be. I mean, I do listen to some gospel, but I mean, it's old gospel, which is not my jam.
And I don't think she's gonna be real popular with old gospel, unless she's gonna sing it at nursing homes, stuff like that. But
Well, I just listened to the one song. I'm sure if she has an album coming out, it'll be a mix.
so I
You know,
mean, the only way she'll be popular if she's a Josh Groban type.
well,
Okay?
yeah, but
But he's got an awesome
she's
voice.
not a Josh Groban.
No, he's
There aren't many people on the planet who could be a Josh
He's
Groban.
got a-
Just I'm not dissing Lydia.
he's got the best voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Sorry.
then Lydia
Hi,
says
Josh
that
Groban.
Ethan and everyone, she wants to see if everybody get together and have a jam session.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what like the guitars is leading up to, and the girls doing music together the same episode and bringing up the family band.
It'll be a Partridge Family episode.
I think they know that the end of the show is coming, and they're maybe thinking about revising it into more modern fashion, maybe instead of gospel, it'd be like actual like family band.
So you think that's gonna be a whole new spin-off show?
I think they're just gonna try and go back to their music career, which
The
was their
Plathville
original
family?
job. That would just be creepy. Um, and Mariah said that Ethan. Here's what happened. Why he got blocked again. So after she sent the message saying, "Hey, I love you, I miss you, I'm sorry, and I forgive you," or whatever, and she said Ethan called her a couple days after she texted him, and he was angry at her, and she didn't stand for, and he was yelling at her
Again.
again and again, exactly, and so she didn't stand for it, and she blocked him again. Good. If he cannot control himself with his younger sister
He needs
over something that doesn't even involve him, it's about his fucking wife. It's always about his fucking wife.
He needs to fucking go off on his wife.
Exactly.
Not Mariah. Your wife, Ethan.
Sorry about that, guys. But here's the thing. I've told this to you a million times, and you know it's true about me. If you've done something in public, and you even if you're in the wrong, but somebody's jumping your shit in the wrong way,
Yeah.
I will have your back 10,000%. I don't care. But in private, you and I are having a different conversation.
And I don't think he has those conversations with Olivia in
No,
private.
I mean, and I'm not even talking about going to this degree, of defending your spouse in public. This is crazy.
Here's the thing. All right, if my dad, okay,
Yeah.
had an issue with you, my mom had an issue with you, my brother had an issue with you,
Yes, they did.
okay? No. They don't, not as much
I mean,
as,
hypothetically.
no, not as much as the Plaths, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, because you did nothing wrong. But they say they accuse you of these things.
Yeah.
Okay. One, I would come to assume, be like, maybe there's some truth to this,
If
and
all your family is saying it.
yeah, exactly. Like Micah saying it, Mariah saying it, Barry, I guess this has
Even Isaac.
and Kim doesn't care no more.
And Lydia sees it.
Yeah, exactly. And you have all your siblings,
Yep.
quote siblings, like they say 1,000 times on the show.
Right.
Okay. They all say this, but he's not listening to any of them but the one bad person that he shouldn't be listening to.
Yep. That's what brainwashing does.
The poison chopsticks. That's what he is. That's what his wife is.
Like I said, that's what brainwashing is.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I know.
And Mariah said she was really sad about it, but again, she has that hero worship for Ethan.
And I was hoping Ethan would be out of the brainwashing. I really was, but I guess not.
I think all little sisters look up to their big brothers, regardless of their relationship.
No. I mean, the brainwashing as far as Olivia and Ethan.
Yes, I
I
know.
was hoping that Ethan would come around and realize, hey, she's wrong. If all my siblings, again, I said the word siblings, if all of them are saying the same thing about her, and there's no different stories,
Right.
they're not making anything up.
Right.
And you think you would get a clue and be like, maybe they're right. Maybe I should talk to Olivia
Maybe.
about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So being a dick to my sister.
And Mariah says that they had a good family, and she took it for granted. But she feels personally responsible for what happened in the family.
I seen that. Yeah, it was
Um,
horrible.
because she was trashing her family, leaving Olivia, being really nasty to everyone, and again in public saying what a terrible family they were, and hurting her parents really bad, and that led to Micah wanting to go with her and like get out of the off the farm, and it led to all the younger ones now, and then eventually led to the parents split, and all these things may or may not have ever happened had Olivia never come into the picture.
That's Ethan's fault.
Well,
That's not Mariah's fault. That is Ethan. Ethan brought her into the picture.
Ethan was in love with her and is in love with her. Well, they're getting divorced now, but
I see. You can still love somebody and get divorced.
exactly.
You know. But
I
I
think
mean,
she will. He'll always love her.
yeah.
You know that she was his first love. And she said that she feels very selfish, for what she did, and I think she's in the. I think that's been part of her depression, this last 6 months or so.
She blames herself.
Because first it was that whole Max nastiness, and then her parents are getting divorced, and then the whole her Olivia was her hero too. Okay, Olivia was her hero. Like she hero worshipped her.
Yeah.
And then to find out that the person you respected and cared about was your best friend, didn't give, you know, two shits about you when the chips are down. That's not okay.
Olivia's only Olivia when the chips are down. She's not even Ethan. She's just Team Olivia.
As soon as you don't need her for every little thing to make her feel important, she doesn't want you
And
anymore.
to give her all the power.
Yeah. And she's Mariah says she misses how things used to be, and she said it was safe and they were together. And the word safe,
So you see, we hear that about as much as siblings anymore.
but like, why does she not feel safe? That's what worries me.
You mean Mariah?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I can understand feeling like emotionally unsafe, like because of
I don't think
her
Ethan.
whole entire family, like she said, has fallen apart over the last
Yeah.
2 years.
I don't think Ethan would hurt her
No, no, no.
physically.
No, but again, if your idol like screams at you and berates you and calls you names, and insists that you're a liar and that you need to do this or else,
Who was my idol?
your dad.
No. No, I didn't really have any idols back when I was a kid, but I don't know.
Santa.
Maybe Santa. Yeah,
I know you love Santa.
If Santa actually got my face started yelling at me, I don't think I'd believe in him anymore.
See, it would break your heart, right?
But I still believe in him. So go Santa.
And I know you love Santa. For real. That's not even a joke. He loves
I love
it.
all the Santas. Fat Santas.
We have so many Santas.
Skinny Santas.
And a lot of them I get off of people like at the end of a yard sale. I'll be like, hey, I'll take that if you don't, if you throw it in the trash, if you don't mind. And a lot of people are like, take it. I don't give a shit. I just don't want it here anymore.
When I had my office at Christmas time, I would take this like a Santa. It's like a Santa light. Yeah, it's like a
3-foot tall plastic
yeah.
Santa, and you
that my
have a light.
grandparents used to have actually when I was a kid.
Yes, mine did too.
And so it's nostalgia. But I took it to work with me during the holiday season.
Because you spent more time at work than you did at home.
Yeah, I spent 12 hours a day. Yeah, the office.
And so I'm glad you had a little piece of home with you.
But anyway, move on.
Sorry. Anyway, guys,
That's for another episode.
Then we have Amber at Kim's apartment, and why is Amber drinking coffee? She's 13. At least on this episode, on this like part, she had like the little pale pink lipstick and blush on, like a little girl should.
She's not gonna grow any higher. Coffee stunts your growth.
Well, she's really tall anyway. Maybe that's why
True.
she drinks it. She's
Maybe.
like, I don't want to be any taller.
I don't want to be an Amazon.
But Kim even says that Amber is more outspoken, but she doesn't talk much. And like
She does it with her face, maybe.
no, but it's like my grandpa. He didn't have a lot to say, but when he spoke, everybody listened.
And that'll probably change with her.
And I think as long
Being a
as
teenage girl, that'll change.
I don't know. She and Isaac seem a lot alike.
And they're probably like Barry. I don't see Barry being too outspoken.
I don't know. I think he is the outspoken one. I think
really?
Barry is the dickhead of the group, but then Kim gets all the blame for it. because she's supposedly the neck that turns the head. And I think these guys don't give their dad near enough credit for his brainwashing. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Another episode.
And but Kim talks to her about her dating, and she knows she's dating Ken, and she's cool with it now. But when they were talking, she said that Amber already knew, maybe from the siblings, and I'm like, in the episode last, you were talking to the older girls and said, I need to talk to the youngest girls now because everyone else knows. The oldest kids
Yeah.
know. Why did that conversation never happen, Kim? Why didn't you talk to your three youngest children and tell them what was going on with their mom? Why did they have to find that out from their siblings or whoever?
Yeah.
Now, I've never been like, I've been able to find reasons with Kim that, because I can kind of relate with her a lot. But this,
Yeah, this is wrong.
no, yeah, that's bullshit.
Maybe maybe she was in a process of doing that and she didn't have a chance yet.
And before the other kids she found out.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible. But that's why the same day after she got done talking to the older girls, she should have gone straight to the little ones.
I don't understand why she couldn't talk to them all at once. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
it's mob mentality. That's why. Trust me.
I guess you don't know.
When you've had a lot of siblings, like, you don't understand it because you only have one sibling. When you have a lot of siblings, they feed off each other, and they, even if they kind of like, one can be really mad and the rest of them don't really care, but they'll feed off the angry energy of the one.
I haven't heard that word siblings hardly ever until this show. As much as this show.
Well, yeah, because there's
I mean,
a
yeah,
bunch of them.
I've heard siblings before, but not as
There's
much
a lot of them.
as on the show.
But I think it was really, really sweet that Amber said that she is her mom, that Kim's her mom, and that she loves her and supports her. And Kim says that Ken is not any kind of a replacement for Barry or anything like that. So they don't have to even think about calling him dad or anything like that because they have a dad.
Yeah.
And I think that was really, really good.
No, but yeah, would Barry have said that?
What, if he gets married, you don't have to call her mom?
Yeah, I mean, I think he'd probably try to find a replacement for Kim.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's my opinion.
He's looking
Not a
for
fact, just
younger and skinnier so he can show her up. I guarantee it.
And come season 6, who knows?
I'm just saying, that's going to be the next drama. But Kim does apologize to her if any of the changes from her and that she caused, like the divorce, hurt her. Because that was never her intention, was to hurt her kids. She's trying to make it better. And then we have Ethan and Micah, and they're driving to Minnesota. And he has a big moving truck, and he's towing another car, so I could only guess that maybe there's another car inside the big moving truck. I don't know what else he would have had left there in Georgia.
Maybe in that truck there's a smaller truck. Maybe in that truck there's a smaller truck. Maybe in that truck there's a smaller truck. You know, it's like one of those Russian dolls.
Okay.
You know, everything just keeps getting smaller. Maybe that's what it is.
That is such a deep insight into the way your mind works.
Sometimes.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And Ethan doesn't want to move. Definitely, he really doesn't. But he refuses to move to California. But they are talking maybe Colorado.
Well, Colorado, I think, is actually more Ethan than California.
I think that would actually be kind of a good compromise for them, actually, if they ever would have gotten there. Because it has cities and things, but it's also still in the mountains.
True. Yeah,
You know what I
you could
mean?
move to Denver.
Yeah, and you could live on the outskirts of Denver and still be in the rural woods area, but only be a few miles from a city.
Or they could just move to Hawaii and Ethan could live on top of the mountains and Olivia could live on the beach.
Or they could just get divorced and live wherever the fuck they want away from each other
True.
and not be miserable.
True, they could do that too.
That's what I would do. That's what I did the first time.
That could be for season 6 also.
And poor Ethan, he says it's easier to not love than to love because when you love someone, it can hurt. And he says that he and Olivia used to be on the same page about everything, but now they're not. And he said there's a quote, a very high probability that our differences are unresolvable. And so, yeah, we already knew. We saw that writing on the wall. I thought maybe they would try to cling together for another season to get another season out of it. But I think that the producers know that that Kim dating and possibly Barry dating down the road, it will cause enough drama on its own.
Well, plus they could still follow Olivia and Ethan on their separate.
I don't want to see Olivia's
No, but I'm
face.
saying if they still want to have Olivia on the show, they can.
Yeah, but nobody will like her. So, well,
Well, they
they
don't
can give her
know.
her own damn show, and all the Olivia lovers can go there.
All the Oliviates.
That's And then
Oliviates.
Micah says that Olivia, it felt with Olivia, it felt like they had to choose her or the parents. He said that's how it always felt. Like you either like what I want and do what I want, or ugh, your parents and they're so bad and they're so evil. You know, you don't want to be with them. You don't want to be
Yeah.
like them. And again, it was that very that it's like a slow, creepy, like poison ivy, you know?
Okay.
And that she like creeps over these people and
Yeah.
starts to
Like a
strangle
black
them.
cloud. Yeah.
Starts to strangle them with her little tendrils, you know what I
She's
mean?
like those little vines in the ruins.
Yeah, it's
people on.
she kills me.
Yep.
And Micah said that Micah and Ethan discuss Olivia and Mariah's fight. And if Olivia refused to give the music, and this is my opinion,
Yeah.
okay? Allegedly,
Yes.
supposedly, in my
opinion is
opinion,
allegedly, yes.
that Olivia refused to give them music
Yeah.
or whatever until Mariah paid the rent that she supposedly owes them, but she doesn't because it wasn't on her lease for that month.
And that's why Ethan is on Olivia's side in that one.
Yeah,
So
because
they both got the same. They
that's
both want their rent.
yeah, that's my opinion. She was like, "Oh, you want your you want your music? I want my money. I bet you anything." It was something like that because yeah, the way it went down. And Ethan doesn't even know exactly what happened. He's just taking little bits and pieces of what Olivia has told him.
Yeah.
And again, we all know Olivia doesn't tell the entire truth. She says whatever part of the story makes her look the best. But he claims that they were on vacation and that's why she didn't respond. Dude, if you know you're gonna be on vacation for 2+ months in another fucking continent, maybe you would be able to be like, hey, before I leave, here's your stuff. Here's your password. Here's how you get into it, all that stuff. That's what you need. You know, if you have any questions, call me, but it may take me a few days to get back to you because we're traveling.
So Olivia hijacked her music. Mariah's music.
Because yeah, she left the damn country and didn't tell her how to access it.
Yeah.
Because Olivia, again, she wants to be in every part of their life. So she, instead of teaching Mariah how to upload her music, how to check the thing, and to do all the stuff with it,
Yeah.
she did it all on herself. She offered to take care of all that, and then as soon as Mariah doesn't agree with her, she punishes her with what she doesn't know, and it's so gaslighting. And he says he had a hard time getting past the theft accusation. And that's how feuds start. And what I said was sticking up for bad people starts feuds.
Yep.
And that is how the episode ended.
Yeah, it looked like maybe when the cameras kind of went off, maybe they had a little argument. You know, Micah and Ethan.
Yeah. Well, they'd had an argument about it before.
Yeah, in Cairo.
Yeah, so we know that, but it's been a few months since
Yeah.
then. So I don't know, y'all. It's crazy up in that joint, and I'm so glad that they are getting divorced and they split up, and they're just hopefully
But right now they're not. At this point in time, they're not.
right. But it will be before the end of the season. That's why they allowed them to release
We
that
can't
now.
talk about it yet.
Okay, well, it's just common knowledge. Just so you know, if we get to 100 subscribers before Thanksgiving, we are going to be doing a special episode that the winner of the raffle will be in.
Yep.
We don't know exactly the details yet. We'll work that out with the winner, but I think it would be a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys will help spread the word about us and get us to 100 subscribers before Thanksgiving, and then you could enter yourself into the raffle. It'd be awesome. So you guys, until next time, please wear your seatbelt.
Subscribe.
Please use your turn signal.
Subscribe.
Please wear your seatbelt.
Subscribe.
I already said that.
Please spay and neuter your pets.
The brain
Subscribe.
fog is real, guys. And please, please be kind to me on this episode. The brain fog hit me like a freaking freight train right in the middle of the podcast, and I am so sorry. But please be kind to everybody. You don't know what they're doing or what they're going through.
And until next time.
Until next time, y'all.
Bye.